In this video, we will show you how to configure the Azure Active Directory sync for the Proofpoint Essentials console. First, log in to your Microsoft 365 Admin Center. From here in the left-hand column, click on Show All. Then, click on Azure Active Directory. This will then put you in the Azure Active Directory Admin Center. In the left-hand column, once more, click on Azure Active Directory. From here, it will then load up all of the configurations for Azure within this organization. In the submenu, click on App Registrations. This will show you all applications associated with this instance of Azure. At the top menu, click on New Registration. Be sure to give it an identifiable name so you can locate it later. Then select Accounts in this organizational directory only, and for Redirect URI, please enter the URL that you normally log into your Proofpoint Essentials console. Once all of this is correct, click on Register at the bottom of this page. You will now have all of your application information ahead of you. At the top, be sure to copy the Application Client ID. This will be vital to input into the Essentials console at a later time. Once you have secured that, in the left-hand column, click on API Permissions. This will load up all valid permissions for this API registration. Click on Add a Permission near the top. You will then be presented with a number of options. Click on Microsoft Graph near the top of this page. From here, select Delegated Permissions. There are going to be 3 items that you will need to change. First, users will need user.readbasic.all instead of user.read. Next will be groups. Select group.read.all. And lastly, directory. Choose directory.read.all. Once this is completed, click Add Permissions. You will then see your selections listed under Microsoft Graph for this API. Verify everything is correct. Next, click on Add a Permission once more, Microsoft Graph once more, and choose Application Permissions this time. You will want to navigate to Directory and choose directory.read.all. Then click Add Permissions. This will then load back to your permissions list showing also the delegated and the application permissions that have been added. Once everything looks correct, click on Grant Admin Consent for your organization. Click Yes on the confirmation window. You have now approved all of these permissions for this API. Back in the Manage menu, you will then choose Certificates and Secrets. From here, click on A New Client Secret. Be sure to call it something that you will recognize as a Proofpoint connector. Then choose when it will expire. We select Never because you can always revoke a secret. Hit Next. You will then be presented with the secret key in the value field. Be sure to copy this to the same place you have put your application ID. With all of Azure Active Directory set, let's go back to the Proofpoint console. In the left-hand menu, under User Management, navigate to Import and Sync, and choose Azure Directory Sync. Choose what kind of users you wish everybody to be imported as, an end user or silent user. Then, put in your primary domain. After you have done this, copy and paste in your application ID and secret key. You may then configure what you wish to sync and how you wish to sync it. You may even set a daily or even hourly schedule with when to sync. Click Save. If you are met with a setting saved in a green box at the top of the window, you have successfully connected Azure Active Directory with Proofpoint Essentials. Clicking Search Now at the bottom of the page will load up the Azure Active Directory Sync Summary. You will get a list of the different actions that will happen with the Azure Directory Sync updating the Proofpoint Essentials database. You will see adding, updating, disabling, deleting, and exempt from sync. You may exempt any address on this page from sync if it serves a special purpose or needs to be a functional account. Thank you for watching this video on how to set up your Azure Active Directory sync with Proofpoint Essentials.